Hi, my name is Timothy Earle, and I'm a family coach with Earle Consulting. And today I am speaking on behalf of Jackrabbit Journey Parenting from Within. I'd like to share a series of sentences that I find really helpful in my own parenting and in all of my relationships with people or tasks that I am required to do or that present themselves in my life. I'm not saying that our children are tasks, but they do present to us often lots of choices and things that we must do. I'm going to say them to you, and I want you to listen carefully. The first one is show up. The second one is tell your truth. Be authentic, sincere. Tell your truth. The third one is do what is required. And the last one is don't be attached to the outcome. Okay, the last one is the hardest, so we'll start right there. Most people go through life being goal-oriented, wanting certain things. There's nothing wrong with that. Being very attached to getting it and having it. And if they don't get it or don't have it, then they often internally feel like there's something wrong with them. They did something wrong. They'll often quit at that point as opposed to following through. And that's a whole other topic. But as a parent, what I want to encourage you is to let go of the outcomes, the what ifs. The mind will tell you all kinds of fantasy ones too in the what if world. If my child doesn't finish high school, then they won't go on to college, they won't make $30,000 a year, and they're going to be miserable the rest of their life. I mean, how do you know that? They might be very happy doing something that they've created on their own that did not require them to complete high school. I could give you plenty of examples where that's true. So let go of the outcome, and let's come back to the beginning. The first part is showing up, being present, just really being there with the information that's at hand, not the information that's in the future or that's coming from the past, but what's happening right now with my child and with myself. What is happening? And then to speak your truth and to listen to your child's truth, okay? That does not mean that you tell your child how it's going to happen or what you want to see. It means you speak in terms of, I feel right now, in this moment, this way, in respect to what's happening. How do you feel? What do you want? Here's what I would like to see. And there's communication about that. The next part is to do what's required. Okay, so once there's communication and there's some type of agreement about what needs to happen, then you do need to follow through and you need to do that. Okay, a physical example would be you show up at your house, it's on fire. You know, your truth, you've assessed the situation probably in 3 seconds. It's an immediate response within you. I want to save my house. And the second thing is that you're speaking your truth in regards to anybody who's around you. I want to save my house. You do that by calling 911. It's the first thing that's required. Hopefully the fire department shows up and puts it out. But if there's any way for you to save something or prevent something, you may be speaking your truth with your friends, your neighbors, helping them come and save their own houses, spraying water on their roofs so that it doesn't spread. This is again be doing what's required. Notice that in that moment, most of us aren't thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen if my house burns down? My whole life will be changed and ruined forever. In the immediate moment, we're showing up, we're speaking our truth, we're doing what's required. We're going to deal with the outcome later. Fire department puts out the fire, the damage isn't so bad, insurance company shows up, we're dealing with it at that point. But in the moment that we see our house burning down, the last thing we want to do is get caught up in freeze, is what I call it, just where we can't move because we're so afraid of what's going to happen, or being overreactionary, charging into the house, bringing unsafety to ourselves and others, right? Or being really passive and just kind of going, well, whatever, I guess my house is burning down. And a lot of us do that with our children. We let our children do things that we really know that they shouldn't be doing or that aren't in their best interest. And sometimes we'll overreact and we'll try to keep them from doing things that probably aren't that harmful. And sometimes we just freeze. We don't do anything at all. We just try to ignore what's happening and what's being presented to us. So by showing up, being in the present, taking in the information, speaking truthfully about it, then we usually know what's required of us and then we can act. So I really want to encourage you to use these, show up, tell your truth, do what's required, don't be attached to the outcome. I really believe that those simple things can revolutionize or change your relationship with your spouse, with yourself, at work, and ideally with your children. If you'd like more information about family coaching, please look into Earle-consulting.com. There is a hyphen in there, Earle-consulting.com. Or if you'd like parent support and to attend our workshops where you'll get all this information and a whole lot more, then look at jackrabbitjourney.com. All right. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope all of this is helpful. Bye.